thank you all for being here and your contributions, which are all amazing in their own unique ways. I'm here today to talk about the physiological power of sound. And I believe that music can change the world because it can change people. This is not a quote by me, this is a quote by Bono from U2 about 30 years ago. And I think it's important to timestamp this quote because 30 years ago, the world of music and neuroscience and biomusicology was not very evolved. And flash forward to today, and there's quite a lot we understand now about the physiological power of sound, which makes it a really exciting time because now we know that few things stimulate the brain in the way that music can. And from a health perspective, we know that music engages powerful brain networks underlying emotion, motivation, stress, pleasure, and reward, which is a pretty big deal because it means that music can be used as a tool to drive mood and behavior. And I think this is something that should resonate with all of us at BrainMind today, because I think as we've talked about this digital revolution we're in, that is a constant world of connectivity, which has allowed for rapid advancements in human progress, has also left us in a bit of a cognition crisis, with mental health issues becoming a bigger and bigger issue, needing practical, real-world new solutions. And while technology's been a problem of this kind of new crisis, it's also a big part of the solution. And so we started SpiriTune because we believe music and technology is a practical, enjoyable, everyday experience that the average human uses already. And so when it comes to meeting people where they are, when it comes to activities that people enjoy that don't add yet another thing on their busy to-do list that can help improve lives, we believe music is a big one. And so not all music is created equal, though. Music can have both positive and negative impacts on brain health. So it's really important to understand the science and the neuroscientific underpinnings of music. And so we at SpiriTune and our team of neuroscientists and music therapists do view music as a science. And we break down each component of music by its physiological effect and reorganize them into emotionally targeted listening programs, customized to the user's emotional state. And before I go on and on, I think it's better that we just do a little sound demo and we can start listening. But before, this is where the headphones come into play, so you can reach out. Don't put them on yet, because I do want to note that everyone here today is likely in very different emotional states. We've all come from near and far, planes, trains, automobiles, had too much or too little to eat for lunch. And so we're all likely in very different emotional and energetic states. And the theory of the ISO principle in music therapy states that to transition somebody elegant out of their current state, you must first meet them in their current state. And so within our application, we've solved for that by asking these cues of the user. What current state are you in? What target state do you want to be in? Since this is a group demo, it's not the best use case, but we will solve for the group. So since it's kind of the afternoon lull, we've all had lunch, likely food hitting our stomach, we're going to select a group emotional state of lethargic, if that's okay with you guys. And our target end state's going to be energized, because I want to get you energized for the next few hours we have here at BrainMind. And with that, I think we are ready to go. So you guys can put on your headphones now. They're already turned on. If you need to adjust the volume at any time, there's a dial on the right side, so feel free to turn that left or right to move up the volume. And if anyone has any problems overall, Castell from Sound Off is here. You can raise your hand. And thanks, Castell, for being here, by the way. Yeah. Okay, so I think we are ready. Oh, yeah, so thank you, Diana. So the other thing to note is when it comes to emotional states, context matters. So this program was actually designed for workflow, which means you don't have to be actively listening to receive the neurologic benefit. So if you guys want, you can feel free to take out your phones, which I know is not necessarily always approved of during a presentation, but feel free to take out your phones, do emails, doodle on the piece of paper. Or you can close your eyes and actively listen, whichever you want. But whatever you do, just promise to meet me back here at about 5-6 minutes when the music starts to die down. Okay. So we're going to move over to a different frame here. So this is how you would do it. You would select, if you were the user, lethargic as a group. And our target state will be energized. And here we go. So, thank you. So that was your 5-minute-ish journey from lethargic to energized. And that was just a demo. Ideally, in a regular use case, you're listening for longer than 10 minutes to have kind of real physiological response. But I will say that just looking at you guys over the last 5 minutes, I definitely saw, as we transition from lethargic to energized, I definitely saw some postures becoming more upright and a little bit of heel tapping, subtle head banging. So those were my visual cues that something was happening. So hopefully you guys, whether you're actively listening or passively listening, you felt that energetic shift as the music really immersed you in that state of lethargy and then pulled you out with some rhythmic complexities, some tonality, melodic changes. So every component of that track was basically thought of from a biomusicology standpoint and how an average brain should react whenever all of these musical parameters are combined. So that's just a little bit of a glimpse of what we're working on at SpiriTune and how we believe we can use music to improve lives and be your soundtrack to a healthier life. And so we thought the BrainMind community was a really important community to present to, as a community that understands change and sees it as an opportunity to innovate and find better solutions for people to improve their lives. And so we want to leave you feeling energized, no pun intended, about the possibility of using music to change your mood, to change your behavior, and therefore change your outcomes in life. Thank you.